Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 279 of Sonic Boom TV. This is finally the OG Thrash collection that I got when I was in college for free. Episode, pulled out the RIP magazine hat to celebrate the event here, and it's a little disappointing because I thought I had more than I do. And the reason that I thought I had more is because some of the stuff I have on vinyl, I thought I had like 100 records, but it's really closer to like 45, 50-ish or something like that. And I have some cassettes that I got in a similar situation, which I'm going to explain to you in a minute. So, I started college in 1992. I went to Southeastern Louisiana University. There was a radio station there that apparently was a pretty good radio station before I got there. But I don't know if it was in 1991 or 92 or maybe a little bit before. I don't know. They decided to change the college radio station to jazz and world music. Now, I don't know any kids in the 90s. I don't know any kids now that are interested in jazz or world music. But that's what they did. So they changed this radio station. I don't know if it got bought by somebody or somebody was, pulling some political threads or something. I don't know. But the radio station went to, nobody listened to it. Nobody on campus ever listened to that radio station. And so the only time it was ever good is if they had like a DJ doing a talk show kind of thing. And then sometimes if I knew the guy that was doing it, I would listen, but otherwise no. So it took me a while to figure out when I got this stuff, and I've come down to the conclusion that it was either the fall of 1992 or spring of 93. I'm leaning towards 92 because of two things. The two things that made me figure out when this was, because at first I thought it was probably the end of 93 or 94 that I did this, but I figured how I figured it out was there was a resident assistant at the first dorm I lived in who wanted one of these records, and he kept trying to get me to sell it to him, and I wouldn't. And it's not one of the Thrash ones, but he wanted me to sell it to him, and I only knew that guy for a year, and then I don't know what happened to him because they closed that dorm that we were in, and I don't know if he graduated or he just went on somewhere else, and I never saw him again. So there was him, and then there was a girl in this drawing class that I was in. I was an art major, and she was in my first drawing class, or one of my first drawing classes, and I remember discussing the records and saying, yeah, I got a bunch of the heavy metal stuff, and she said, well, there was me, her, and another guy that we're talking about because we had all seen what happened. And she said, oh yeah, I saw those are crap. And I was like, oh well, I got a bunch of them. So I figure it's 92, fall of 92, when I got this stuff. And the record the guy wanted to get from me was it was this New Model Army, The Ghost of Cain. It's an alternative rock album. It's really good. But he acted like this band was the greatest thing ever. I'd never heard of them before, and I've never heard of them since, really. I mean, I'm sure they've got more than one album, but that's the one I got. So that's not really thrash or anything. That's just in the story. So what happened was, and if you notice my tongue is purple, it's because I've been eating freezer pops all day. In the student union, there was this like building, and it had like a post office and a cafeteria and some other stuff. It used to be a bowling alley, but they closed that down for repairs when I first started going there, and they never reopened it. We wanted that bowling alley so bad, and we never could get them to fix it. but there was like a little park outside, and sometimes bands would come and play, and they would set up on this stairwell thing that went to where the bowling alley was. It kind of had stairs coming from both sides, and then there was like a flat part. It was perfect size for a band to fit. And so, but down below in the park, there was just boxes one day of records, just hundreds, thousands of records. And all I had was a bike. So I remember riding my bike over there to the student union and seeing this and like, uh-oh. So what I did was I went out into the where the records were. I tied my bike up somewhere, I don't know. And all I had was my backpack in my hand. So I started looking through the records, and till this day, I don't know why I grabbed what I got and not more popular stuff. Maybe there wasn't any more popular stuff. I don't know. But it seemed like everything I got was not the mainstream kind of stuff as far as alternative rock, punk rock, heavy metal, thrash, whatever. It was always the second kind of tier of bands for what I got. But anyway, I grabbed as much as I could, put as much as I could in my backpack, which happened to be empty, I guess, that day. Gathered as much as I could in my arms and rode my bike back to the dorm, put the records in the dorm, came back, grabbed some more, and at that point, I never went back a third time. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I had enough, because I did have like 200 records. And then one of my friends, who we kind of had a falling out a couple years ago, but he had gotten like 20 records, and he had, I don't know what he had. His weren't really stuff that I wanted, but I figured he had a couple in there that I did want, so he said, "I'll sell you these for $20." And then he took he had a Sting album, and he took that one out, and he said, "No, I want to keep this one." And I was like, "I don't really want to give you $20 for the rest of them," but I did, and I don't even know which ones those were. So anyway, when I was going through the ones that I did get, I was looking for things that either I knew the name of the band or the cover looked cool. And so I got, like I said, probably 200 records. I thought the thrash was more, but apparently it wasn't, because of the tapes that I got at another similar thing that they had. They had another thing, it wasn't as big, but they had a couple of tables set up with boxes of cassettes on it, and there was some thrash stuff in there. So if you add that with these, it probably does equal closer to 50, 60 those. And then there were a couple CDs I got too, because I know I have CDs of some of these bands, but I don't know if I'm able to play. I may do another show with the cassettes, because that's going to be easy to pull. But as far as the CDs, I don't even remember what I got. So I can remember a couple, but I think two of them I have on vinyl in here. So I'm just gonna get to it and show you what I got. There's only one record in here from one of the big four thrash metal bands. It's the first one we're gonna see, and it's a single. I didn't see any. I don't remember seeing anything like Metallica or Megadeth or Slayer. I didn't care about Slayer, but but I did see this one, Anthrax. It's a single, special vinyl pressing of Got the Time. It's got the Time, the LP version, and the edit. And they're both, it looks like the same exact time. No, they're not. The edit is 30 seconds shorter. Just a white cover. It's got both versions on side one and both versions on side two. I used to listen to this one a lot. That's like one of my favorite songs by them, because Persistence of Time is my favorite Anthrax album. So that's that. It's just black vinyl. All these are black vinyl. Some of them have stuff on the inside. I might, if I can remember which ones it was, I may pull that to show you some of the inner sleeves and stuff like that. But we'll just go through it. So next up is not necessarily a thrash band, but like a doom metal band. But I know people love this band. I thought I had 3 albums by them, but I've only got 2, and one of them one's a single and one is an album. So I thought I had 3 records, but we'll just get right to it. Candlemass. Ancient Dreams. I know people love this band. They're all right. It says Candlemass, Ancient Dreams. There's nothing heavier. 8 brilliant new songs clocking in at 52 minutes. Each number is a story told, shaped into a musical masterpiece that will be locked on a quivering classic even years from now. And somebody from Metal Rendezvous wrote that. So there's this one. That's just a white sleeve. That one just has a plastic sleeve. This one wasn't one of my favorites, but I listened to it a good bit. They were on Metal Blade Records, so that's the interesting thing too, because I have some bands that I got that aren't thrash metal bands that were on like Metal Blade and Combat, which is known for their thrash kind of stuff, you know, but I guess not. I don't know. And then we have Echoes of, At the Gallows End by Candlemass. This is a 3-song single. It's got At the Gallows End, Solitude, and Crystal Ball. That hype sticker was damaged. I don't know what it says because it got peeled off. This next one is a kind of crossover. It's hardcore and thrash at the same time, I guess. It's called Carnival of Shame Tortured. Now, this has this cover, and then the back is like another cover with a Joker and some guy torturing this man. This one came with a bunch of stuff. I remember it had a bunch of stickers in it and stuff, and I stuck them on stuff that I shouldn't have, and so I lost most of that. But it had some other stuff in it too. Has a weird little postcard of a phone, an old school telephone. It has a poster, Carnival of Shame. I kind of like this one. Somebody that I never heard of outside of this record. We get that and some lyrics. My eyes bother me again. Black vinyl. Pretty good one. Let's get to some good stuff there. Now this one is a great one. But I thought someone told me that what's his name? Marty Friedman, the guy that was in Metallica, and not Metallica, Megadeth, and something else, told me that he was in this band, Coroner, Punishment for Decadence. He's not on this one for sure. I thought this album cover was cool. This is a badass album. I think it's worth a little bit. Don't know if it's got a... Oh, yeah. I don't think this is the... I think this picture right here is the actual regular album cover, and then somehow this is a different pressing. But they're both old. They're both, from back in the day. But that's got lyrics on it and nothing on the back. This is one that I probably listened to more than some of the rest. I have some of these I haven't listened to since the 90s. And I used to listen to them a lot in the 90s because when I didn't have a lot of records back then. So when I wanted to listen to records, I would listen to a lot of the thrash stuff. And this one was one of my favorite ones back then. I have a cassette by them too. But like I said, I'll try to do that on another show. This one is another one that I tried to like a lot, and I really couldn't get into it as much. It's another one that's kind of crossover thrash hardcore, but it's got this weird psychedelic cover. It's called Cryptic Slaughter Stream of Consciousness. I don't know what this, the album cover with the psychedelic kind of looking stuff's going on for. I don't know, because it's not really, a trippy kind of album or anything. And we've got the lyrics, and then other stuff by them, t-shirts and what have you. I'm hoping some people that are watching this are like, oh man, I've never seen that album on YouTube before or whatever. I'm not selling any of this stuff, by the way, and there's a couple of them that I do have doubles of, and I'm not selling them. So don't ask if you want something. This next one, I know I have a CD by them. I think I have two CDs that I got after, and I think one of them is the same record. It's Dark Angel, Live Scars. It's a live album with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I think the CD has either one more song or something different about it. But this one was pretty heavy, pretty good. Cool inner sleeves. On the Combat label. Most of the Combat ones are green like that, but there's some that are like gray. So I don't know if that was just on certain styles of music or what, but I know one of the ones I have that is not thrash is a green one too. So we'll just go right along. This next one was one I listened to a lot back then. This cover was creepy, and it was just the one that I really liked. It was called Devastation: Signs of Life. You got this guy who's skeletal with some skins, or maybe a little more zombie-like, I guess, and he's dead on this table, but maybe showing signs of life. I don't know. And then they got the band on the back. So it also has got this was a trendy thing to do too. This collages of band members. Some of it's like cutouts. Some of it's just pictures of them doing casual things. Some of it's concert stuff. But I noticed a lot of records back then had this, and lyrics, especially the thrash metal ones. The next one, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's thrash, but I don't remember. And I didn't play any of this. I pulled this stuff and I wanted to play some of it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the show. It's Fate's Warning Through Different Eyes, the first single from Fate's Warning's brilliant new album, Perfect Symmetry, in a hauntingly beautiful melody, progressive rock magician, so probably prog rock, I don't know. Fate's Warning capture the simplicity of such a storyline and balance it with musicianship that is surely world class through different eyes. It is a moving musical message that is timeless. So it's Fate's Warning Through Different Eyes and Through Different Eyes, same song. So it's just got the Metal Blade jacket with a sticker. So I don't know if it's thrash or not on that one. The next couple I know for a fact are thrash, and I recently bought one of their albums. I think they have 4 albums and 3 are on vinyl, and then I have a live one here too. I bought their last one, came out on Record Store Day. It is Forbidden, Twisted into Form. I love this cover. It's weird and creepy. This reminds me of like the Scarecrow from DC Comics. Then you've got this guy with his hair on fire. It looks like band members. They're looking all like the bad thrashy guys. And photo of the band with the whatever lyrics. This is another one that I liked a lot, and this is actually one of them that I was talking about to that girl, and she said, "Oh, did you get that Forbidden one? Because I thought I might, that was the one that I might have kept." And I said, "Well, I got 3 Forbidden ones." I said, "And you can't have them since you talk bad about them." Because back then I might have given it to him. Here's another one, cool cover. Forbidden Evil. Got the band on the back. And another collage inner sleeve. This side is a Combat Records catalog thing. And there you go, a gray one. So, gray label. These guys are good. If you consider picking up anything, I would go for these. Well, there's one at the end that I really like, but we'll go with that. Then we've got Raw Evil live at the Dynamo. I never followed metal past the thrash stuff, and in the 90s when I got this stuff, and then I got the cassettes and I got some CDs, I didn't keep going with it. Alternative rock, grunge, whatever kind of took over, and I was into that more than I was the thrash stuff. So I didn't. Some of this, it's the only thing I have by these bands, and then there are others that I do have more. Like I did get all the Metallica stuff, the Megadeth. I got a few Anthrax albums, stuff like that. But I didn't really follow it. I didn't go into the real heavy stuff, and I got some of it nowadays, not a lot. I wouldn't say I'm an expert on any of it, but I never followed like the black metal and all that stuff. I just never got into all that. So, this is a good collection for free. But I'll never get anything like this. Some of these are worth $100 or so. This one I got 2 of, and I'll tell you why after I show it. So we've got Forced Entry, Uncertain Future. We've got this one, and we got this one. Can you tell why I pulled both of them and took both of them? The colors are different. The blue, this one is more blue in the water, and this one's more gray. So, and you can really see it on the back, I think. So, I took both of them. Why not? I thought maybe that would be something to get me rich or something. I'll show you the back. Got the band members. That I don't remember much about this one. Got the sleeve. I don't know that it even says anything on Discogs Combat label about the difference in color print, something. But one was pressed earlier than the other, and something happened in that. Just want to see if they both have the same. Yeah, they both have green label. I think this one was probably pretty good. I'm not sure. I don't remember these. I don't remember this one. Then the next one, I think this band is from Germany. Really cool album covers. I got 2 albums by them. I have seen someone show one of these on a video before. Holy Moses, Queen of Siam. So I've seen somebody show this one before. And then we've got Holy Moses finished with the dogs, and it's like a cool comic book looking werewolf guy. And we've got the Queen of Siam over here. Back cover on that one, just kind of blank. I think they're from Germany. They sing in English. Not the best, you know, but I remember it being pretty good. These have nothing on the inner side. There's a song called Six Fat Women on this one. So if you're, interested in that. Some of these have some interesting cover songs too on them. I don't know if any of the ones we've passed have, but I know some of the ones coming up, including the next one, which is one I really liked. I like the cover. I like the album. I bought it on. I know I got this one on CD as well. I don't know if I bought it or if I got it in that pile. I think I did get it with stuff. Intruder, a higher form of killing. This one was awesome. This one was awesome. This one has a cover of "I'm Not Your Stepping Stone," which it's bizarre to be on here, but cool that they did it. It's just a metal blade. The records are all perfect. The covers are a little dinged here and there. Some of them have corner crops, like this one. You see the corner cut. But at least they don't say KSLU on them, because a lot of the records I have did. They wrote it in a marker just on there. And I guess whoever the metal guy was at the station must have been like, don't write on those records. But this is a really good one if you can find that out there. This next one, I like. The next two, I thought the covers were cool, but I don't remember them at all. I don't remember anything about these albums, so I'm just gonna show it. We've got Malaya Rage, Kill to Survive. We've got this Indian chief skeleton with zombified looking people there. Some guy's got his head chopped off, top of his head chopped off there. This one, I don't remember much about it at all. But they do have a song called Malaya Rage on it. And this was on Epic, of all things. Epic doing the thrash. This is 1988. Most of these albums probably came out in the late 80s. I'm not 100% sure on any of them, but probably mostly late 80s. I doubt any of them came out in the 90s. This next one is Mekong Delta. It's got this faux Asian writing there, and back cover. This one I don't remember anything about either, but there's a song called The Hut of Baba Yaga. That's awesome. There's a song called Black Sabbath. Maybe it's a cover of Black Sabbath. I'm not finding any with the cool inner sleeves. I know I have some. Not the cool, but the plastic sleeve on it. Next up, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 3 by the same band, but 2 are the same thing. We've got Nuclear Assault. It's a single for Mother. Critical Mass is the single, but there's Critical Mass, Funky Noise, and Mother's Day. Funky Noise is, I think, 40 something seconds, and Mother's Day is like 30 seconds, and the regular song is like 3 minutes or something. Nuclear Assault is the band that I knew of. I think I have some more stuff by them on CD or cassette, possibly. But this is the one that I think was kind of popular, handled with care. And this also has Mother's Day on it, so I didn't really need the single. But I think the single's worth like $50. Oh, this one's got see, another one with a bunch of collage pictures. And we got lyrics and stuff on there. Should be oh, it's, what does that say? It says Harder Than You, In Effect. So In Effect Records, it was on that one. And then I think if anybody out there is watching this They probably know that, at least know this band, if they don't know any of the others so far. And then we had Nuclear Assault Survive, and they're playing with a bomb on the back that must mean it must be like a nuclear device in it. Kind of small, I think. I don't know how big those things are. This one's got the, it's got a lyric sheet. Nuclear Assault. Now this one, of all things, was on IRS Records, and it's got this IRS sleeve around it with the silver IRS record. I don't remember IRS being anything but like alternative rock and stuff, but you know, alternative and maybe a little bit of punk rock. I don't remember them doing any other kind of you know, metal stuff. There's Sting, Police, General Public, Hunters and Collectors, English Beat, Go-Go's, stuff like that. REM, the Bangles, Squeeze, Wall of Voodoo, you know, all kind of alternative rock kind of stuff. And then we've got Nuclear Assault landing an album with IRS. So that's pretty cool. There's something else in here. We've got a Nuclear Assault merchandise order form for all your t-shirt needs or whatever it is that they were selling. Button stickers, hats, t-shirts. So interesting. I got these in my little box that I showed on my last video, so I will be, you know, revisiting probably all these before I put them back away. Next up is a band that I could have saw a few years ago and got this autograph, but I chose to be sick that day, or something. Something was. They played at like a small bar around here. It's crazy. Raven. Nothing exceeds like excess. Got this crazy man in a pile of money and pizza and knives and forks and crows and alcohol and money and 8 balls and hand grenades and all that other stuff. And that's the band. And then it's got a catalog stuff, Combat Records. And that's a gray one. Yeah, I wonder about the green and the gray. I don't know what the significance of those were. But it seemed like they had a lot of combat artists that were in this radio station's collective. Now this one, I got 2 records by the same band. One of them, I believe, is an EP. Yeah, or maybe possibly a single. But we've got When You Play It, Say It. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution protects protects an artist's right to make music freely and without. Oh God, I can't read, guys. Start over. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution protects an artist's right to make music freely and your right to the music you want. We support both. Play It Loud. And the band is Reverend. World Won't Miss You is the album. Got this right here. This was a promo copy stamp that I noticed. I didn't even notice any of the other ones were. This is on Charisma Records. We've got lyrics and a photo of the band. The logo. This is the full-length album. This one smells weird. Ugh. Smells like old cardboard. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is a EP with different songs. We've got Reverend, self-titled Reverend. We got that one doesn't smell. Again with the collage stuff. Yeah, that's on Caroline Records. So it looks like everybody was getting into a little bit of the thrash stuff. You know, trying to cash in or something. The next one is one I know people want, and they're not getting. Because I do like it. And I do have a cassette by them, and maybe a CD. I don't know. I think they only had two full albums, I think. But anyway, Rigor Mortis. This one's worth a few bucks. It's got it looks like a sticker or something was right there, the mark, but it's not sticky, so I don't know what that was. It's got a little damage on the cover, little dings and stuff, but I think this one's worth a good bit. But I always say, if I was ever to sell this, I would sell it for whatever it's worth, plus a little bit more. So this was on Capitol Records. See? And it has this little sheet with splattery guys and some splatter on the lyrics. But the thing that makes it extra is we've got the promo sheet that goes with it from the record company that they were sending to the DJs and magazines or whoever. So for that piece of paper, I say I would charge another $25 because that don't come with the album. Not that I would ever sell it, but I know people that want this. And if I know they won't watch this episode because they don't watch any of my episodes. But if they saw it and they knew I had it, they would want me to give it to them or sell it to them. Because for some people, this is a big band. And it's actually a cutout little thing right there. So that knocks $5 off the price, right? The next one is one that I don't remember too much about, except that I always thought that this was the band that in the movie The Gate, there was the record that they played, and the band was called Sacrifix, and I always thought that they stole it from this band, but apparently it's not this band that they stole it from. The logo is kind of similar, but now it's supposed to be somebody else. Sacrilege BC, Too Cool to Pray. I know a guy that looks just like this, except this guy's now probably 60, 70 years old, and that guy is like 20 years old that I know. I don't know him, but I know of him. Yeah, this is the one that had the sleeve that I wanted to show. Oops. We've got some lyrics. This is also a cutout photo thing. Restless Records has their little catalog on the sleeve. That was a good idea if you weren't going to do a printed inner sleeve. That one's got that on one side, but then it's got that. These records are a little dusty, but there is no scratches on any of them. They came to me nice, perfect, and they pretty much stayed that way the entire time I've had them. And I've had them, like I said, since 92. So what's that, 20, 30 something years, 32 years, 33 years? And they're basically the same condition that I got them. I mean, they did live, 20 years or so with no outer sleeves on them, but they don't have really any extra damage to them, and they don't have any ring wear really on them. So So it, you know, worked out pretty good. This one, got it because of the gorgeous woman on the cover. I think my friend, no, now I can't think of people's name. Whoever. My friend from New Zealand has this one. I'm sorry, Keith. Keith, I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. It's late. I don't know how late it is, but it's late. It's not that late. It's after midnight, though. Taramis, Queen of Thieves. And you see this gorgeous Queen of Thieves right there with her little minion right there, and that guy. You know, those guys doing stuff. I think Keith showed this album. Says Taramis, Queen of Thieves, molten metal from the land down under, so the Australian, where men will rock and play with thunder. Taramis makes their Metal Blade debut by exposing the difference between our ways and those isolated in Oz. Now they're ready to take on the Yanks. So we've got this band photos and stuff, and then lyrics. This one was good too. Metal Blade Records. Got another. It has a Restless Records sleeve on it, so I don't know if Metal Blade and Restless were related or not, some kind of way. Yeah, it does. It shows some logos right there. It says Restless, Pin Dust, Medusa, something with an S. It's small, and then Metal Blade. So. Cool little album. This one was good too. I haven't listened to it in a while. A long while, I think. The next one, we're getting close to the end here. The next one is one that I remember liking a lot. I think I bought it on CD later. Only album I know by this band, but it was a good one. It's Viking. Man of Straw. I saw somebody show this one time. This is a promo copy. Gold label promo right there. I forgot to look at the. This one is one of the ones that have a cover, and I was forgetting to look to see who had covers. This one's got a cover of "Hell Is for Children." I believe that's a Pat Benatar song. And it's got the guy from Dark Angel that sings on it with him. And that one's on Caroline. Nothing on the inside. This one's a really good one. If you can find this one, look it up. Get it. The next ones are 3 by the same band, but 2 of them are exactly the same. We got a Mechanic Records outer sleeve. This is a single or an EP maybe. The band is Violence, and it's Eternal Nightmare, or Violence, Eternal Nightmare, and Phobophobia. The single. I don't know which one is the main song, but they're both over 6 minutes long, so I guess we got to take our pick on that one. And then this is an expensive album that I have by them. I think I might have a CD, a cassette by them as well, but I've got 2 copies of Eternal Nightmare, and then you can't have either one of them. Nothing different about them as far as color goes or anything. They both got promo stamps, but they're not exactly in the same spot. And I found it funny that it's Violence, then on the single it didn't say it like that. It just said Violence, so it was one word. So we've got that, some stuff, special thanks, band photos, Mechanic Records label, and it also doesn't have Vio lints on this label. So maybe that was just for the cover. I want to check to see if the label is the same on the other one while I'm here. And we're almost finished, guys. I hope you see some stuff in here that makes you want to go look up some of these bands, because some of them are really good. And you know what? I got 2 more bands. I thought I had 1 more. Let's see what this label. Yeah, the same label. So 2 more, and then we're done. 3 records, 2 bands left. And these are the 2 that I probably listen to the most when I got this stuff. The first one is a single for Wrathchild America, Play It, Say It. It's Climbing the Walls. It repeats on both sides. I knew that song. It's an LP version, promo copy, and LP version. So both the LP version. I knew that song. They played it on the radio. I loved it. And then Wrathchild America, Climbing the Walls, the album. They were originally just called Wrathchild, and then there was a band in Europe called Wrathchild, so they just changed to Wrathchild America. I think this was the better band. Climbing the Walls is an awesome song. It is a cutout, but glad to have this one. I think this one's got some value on it too. Climbing the Walls, London After Midnight. That may be a cover. Just a good. This is a good record. This is a good record. Lyrics again with the collage of millions of pictures. Same label. This one I definitely have this on CD. I think I got the cassette too. When I found that other deal. So I probably will do that on the cassettes as well. And maybe someday I'll do the CDs, but the CDs are so hard. The CDs, I got CDs everywhere that's not in order. Too hard to deal with. Last one, I know I have this on CD too. It's called Wrath, Fit of Anger. This one's a real good one too. I wish I would have got more by them. I don't know if they had any more, but I wish I would have got it. And so, if they had more. And this has got a little inner sleeve sheet, whatever you're going to call that. Medusa Records with the Restless sleeve. I like that logo too. So that's it for my thrash, the free thrash metal collection that I acquired so long ago in 1992. It's like I said, most of this stuff is not first tier radio play kind of MTV stuff. Some of it may have been like on Headbangers Ball, possibly. But most of it is pretty good. There's some of it that's whatever. But I would suggest looking into some of these bands, because there's probably more albums to find. For sure there is, because I do have more by some of them in just other formats. I just wanted to show this because I know some people have been really wanting to see what I had, and I really thought I had more. But hey, we got this done in under an hour, so that's a plus. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of this stuff. If you want me to talk about one of these albums or something on a later show, I can do I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be listening to them. So if you want me to do like a review of any of them, of what I really think about them or something like that, I can do that. Just put it in the comments or whatever, and just like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I just never could get it straightened out. So now it's straightened out. I don't think I missed anything. When I pulled everything, I kind of looked at every record that I have as far as A through Z, and I didn't get any soundtracks or anything like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to do some more theme kind of shows. Maybe a little more organized. And that's it for this episode. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.